this edition of News Leader. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Tullahoma Wildcats close out their football season this weekend. The Tullahoma Christmas Parade Grand Marshals have been announced, and you can drop off old prescription drugs at Walmart this weekend. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Wildcats play their last game of the season at home on Friday night against the Glencliff Colts. John Gray spoke with head coach Coy Sisk about the game.
This coming weekend, Glencliff's coming to Tullahoma.
No doubt.
And hopefully we'll end this season with a win here. And so come out and support your Wildcats and go see these young men. What do we have? How many seniors do we have? 7, 8?
We got 9 total.
9 total?
Right now.
You know, and these young men played on a state championship team.
Some of them did. Some of them did play on a state championship team.
Go wish them well.
Oh, absolutely.
Come out for the last ball game next week and support this Tullahoma Wildcat football team like we always have, because it's about the Tullahoma Wildcat football team and the community of Tullahoma. It's the star. One of the stars in the crown of Tullahoma is the feeling that we have walking into that stadium. And you look at that stadium. A lot of colleges don't have stadiums as nice as that.
It's an amazing facility. It's an amazing atmosphere. And what people don't understand, or what you don't think about a lot of times, is what that atmosphere is made up of. So it's not just the football team. You know, hey, you've got the cheerleaders, the band, the ROTC. I mean, everything in there. Hey, it's an amazing atmosphere.
And out front before the game, there's tents, there's games being played, there's kids getting faces painted, there's friends that are come in from out of town to have a reunion of their football team or their class. It's just a part of the fabric of this town. And win, lose, or draw, you need to be part of it. So with that said, we'll see you in the stands for the final game of the season next week in Tullahoma, 7 o'clock, Tullahoma versus Glencliff.
The end of September and early October were good for the Tullahoma High School Marching Band as it brought home several first-place trophies, wrapping up a competition season on a positive note. TCS Director of Schools, Dr. Catherine Stevens, said, quote, "I love listening to and watching the Tullahoma Band perform. Students and their directors represent Tullahoma to the highest standard. The THS Band is a consistent model of excellence in our community and across the state," end quote. During the competitions, the THS Band performed its 2022 show titled Lost and Found. The set features music from the TV show Lost and the Broadway musical Dear Evan Hansen. Additionally, the performance featured music from the movie The Abyss, as well as Samuel Barber's Medea's Dance of Vengeance. August 17th, other bands from Tennessee and Alabama, Tullahoma brought home a swarm of awards at the Hendersonville Golden Invitational Contest on September 17th. The band brought home the overall Grand Champion Trophy and first place trophies in music, visual, and color guard, as well as a second place effort in percussion. The success was even more personal for Tullahoma co-director Justin Scott. While he was a freshman at McGavick, Scott was part of the band that won the same contest. Tullahoma previously won the Hendersonville Golden Invitational Contest in 2005, 2006, and 2007. 2 weeks later, Tullahoma put together another impressive performance at the Indian Nation Invitational Contest at Montgomery Central. THS again collected the overall Grand Champion Trophy, as well as first place in band, color guard, and percussion. Following competition season, Tullahoma took part in its annual Marchathon, which occurred on October 15th. Through corporate sponsorships and individual student pledges, the THS Band was able to raise over $37,000. THS Band co-director Justin Scott said, quote, "The money raised from this fundraiser will go towards the purchase of new instruments, instrument repairs, and into student accounts towards camp fees and future trips. The Marchathon itself went extremely well. We had great weather and great audiences everywhere we went," end quote. Fans wanting to see the THS Band perform its Lost and Found show for the last time will be able to do so at this Friday night at halftime of the Wildcat football game. At this week's Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting, Tullahoma City Athletics Coordinator Jeff Dameron informed the board about a very special baseball clinic coming to town.
Board Mayor and Alderman, we're very excited for this event, and it's going to be on November the 12th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. It's a free skills clinic hosted by Tullahoma Parks and Recreation, as Dave said, in partnership with Travis Sheffield, Tullahoma Sports Council, Tullahoma Little League, THS, and TMS Baseball. The clinic will be broken down into stations with current or former Major League Baseball players teaching the fundamentals. Among those are a lot of Tullahoma alumni. We have Tony Sheffield, who's an outfielder for the 92 Red Sox, Jordan Paris, catcher for the 2014 Rockies, Roel Coleman, outfielder and second baseman for the 2017 Tigers, Gary Phillips, third baseman and infielder for the 92 Giants, Justice Sheffield, 2014 Mariners, Brian Morris, 2006 Dodgers, DeJuan Brazelton, 2001 pitcher for the Devil Rays, David Hess, 2014 pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, and Jordan Sheffield, 2016 pitcher for the Colorado Rockies. We already currently have about 150 registered kids ages 7 through 12. For this event, anyone that's interested can go to www.tullahomaparks.com, create a Civic Rec account, and register online. We encourage the community to go to our Tullahoma Parks and Recreation Facebook page, hit the like and follow button to stay up to date for all the current events that we'll be doing this fall and also this spring. So I'd also like to mention, being a community event and in a small town, it's a lot of moving parts. Behind the scenes, a lot of things people don't see are people in businesses in the community. Troy Martin from First Bank, Brian Rogers from Rogers Insurance. On our own Tullahoma Parks and Recreation, Dave, Ian, myself, Lyle, Tom, Marcus, Ben, Jeff, and JP. None of this would be possible without everyone's help and input on that. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What an impressive group of major leaguers that are coming to Tullahoma to help put this on. Alderman Mathis, I believe Tullahoma's a baseball town, don't you?
Yeah, it has been for a while. And a lot of those players there, I was given the opportunity to coach them, and they turned out really well. But I will say one thing about Jeff Dameron. He is doing one outstanding job of pushing all of these activities throughout this city. And without that, when he got the job, I said, it's going to go well because he knows what he's doing.
Well, anyway, thank you, gentlemen. It's a be a fun event.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Here at Barkview Senior Living, they're human friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Parkview Senior Living, for your dog's best friend, you.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. At this week's Chamber Coffee, the annual Tullahoma Christmas Parade Grand Marshals were announced.
Actually, the Tullahoma Christmas Parade sponsored by Sam McNabb Automotive, and we do have Mr. Trent McNabb with us here this morning to help me make an important announcement. He and Greg Gristle actually are going to come forward and help me with this. But I do just want to give an update on the Santa float. Friday night, I attended the fundraiser for Jackson Fisher. If any of you are familiar with Jackson, he is a student at Robert E. Lee Elementary and is fighting an aggressive bone cancer. But he received a written letter from Santa inviting he and his family to join Santa on the Santa float. And so we are very excited. We have a very, very important announcement. Greg, I'm going to let you kick it off.
Okay. Well, if you live in a community for enough time, you have the opportunity to touch lives, to influence people, to influence generations of people. And starting with his family and some very special things that you might remember downtown, this one individual has then since then continued on to be such a community staple, extremely involved in the life of our school system, in multiple nonprofits, including here, is quite an incredible artist himself, has done a lot of great things over the years, and very, very connected to the community. And then there's a lady by his side that has been there, has taught, has, with passion, she has led generation after generation of singers to be a part of things and to enjoy and embrace that part of their lives. And so we have two wonderful individuals that we would like to honor today.
That's right, and I believe they already know who we're talking about. But I'm proud to announce two Grand Marshals for the parade this year, Louie and Ann Baldwin.
We'd rather you sing.
Oh my goodness. Where's your baton?
I will sing for you, okay? No.
You know, this is bittersweet. I mean, it's so bittersweet. I mean, we look back, we have been together 50 years in the same house for 48. We are both collectors. We have kept everything. It is overwhelming. And I see so many wonderful faces, not just friends that we've known for the years, students I've had for the years, that he has had for the years. I mean, and I just think Ted and Freda Baldwin would be so proud. He was our Santa Claus. Our Amy grew up thinking he was the Santa Claus. You know, he always had the toys, and we still have them in case anybody wants one. But it was a really big deal. So when I started Singers, and we started the Breakfast with Santa, of course, Ted Baldwin came and was our Santa for everybody to see, and the kids loved it. And there's just so many memories. And as I purge our house, going through trying to decide what to sell, what to keep, and what to give away, I've just come across so many memories that I actually had forgotten, but they just all come flooding back. And you have been a wonderful community. You have been so supportive of both of us through the years. I just can't thank you enough. This is wonderful. I always wanted to be at the parade. Lisa Pate can remember this. We did in Singers, we did a float, and one of the students had a horse, and I said, oh, we'll use that horse and have them pull a sleigh, and then we'll be little, you know, we'll sing, we'll walk behind and sing our songs and blah, 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 and wonderful, you know. And the lady that had the horse said, the only thing, make sure that we are not put right in front of the band, because the horse will go wild. Well, it didn't have to be the band. The horse went wild. And he pulled out of the
High school.
Yeah, right at the high school. That's when we had to come from the high school. And there used to be that concrete thing, and we had to go across. Well, he pulled us across, but the wagon wasn't ready to go across. And he pulled it apart. And it just all came apart. We just picked it up and took it to the dump at the high school. And the singers just walked along with it, singing about our songs and sleigh ride, But, so many memories. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And I will say, Tullahoma Daycare.
Yes.
I was there for 40+ years.
Yes.
Yes. So it's a nonprofit, and
Support,
it's
and you
still
do.
there. And you've been supportive of it. And South Jackson, we were part of the group that came in here and shoveled pigeon stuff off of the floors. So anyway, thank you, Tullahoma. We've loved it. And think well of us. Okay, don't believe things you hear.
More news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. At the Mayor's Quarterly Planning and Coordinating Committee meeting, Tullahoma City Administrator Jennifer Moody updated the gathering about upcoming city improvements that are planned.
Hello, Jennifer Moody. I'm City Administrator. We are preparing for a delegation to go to Phoenix to accept our prestigious Great American Defense Community recognition. We also have a lot of projects. Some I wanted to mention. We finished the annual paving list this past week, so you might have seen Wright Paving out in your neighborhoods. We also have been busy working on a lot of grant projects. There's a lot of grant-funded activity right now. We're assisting 2 local daycare centers with grants that will allow them to expand their services in our community. That's about $750,000. We also last week received notice of award of a little over $1 million from TDOT that will help us to make improvements to South Anderson Street between East Lincoln and Highway 55 East Carroll Street. And so the intersections at TUA, our partners, we're excited. The intersections at both the ends of that will be improved. The sidewalk network will be improved along that route with a multi-use path on one side, a sidewalk on the other. But we're just very excited. We're at the notice of award point. It'll probably be, I would estimate, about 2 years before you see actual construction. But any little bit of good news on that is I wanted to share. We also have been working closely with TDOT on Cedar Lane. So you won't be surprised. We are in the process of a corridor study with TDOT for the future widening. We've been talking a lot about how we can coordinate that with a TDOT grant that we already have for sidewalks along Cedar Lane and portions of William Northern and North Jackson. And so what we discussed earlier today is, as that road is 3-laned, they see it as a bicycle and pedestrian route as well. And so there will be probably a 10-foot multi-use path on the south side of Cedar Lane and a sidewalk constructed on the other, in addition to the 3 new travel lanes. So very excited about that project. We also are in the engineering design phase on some improvements to North Jackson Street. Those will improve the intersection at Wilson Avenue all the way down to Hoover Lane, where, Stan McNabb and Aldi's is located. And there'll be signage, some landscaping, lots of sidewalk. Anywhere we're missing segments of sidewalk, those will be filled in. So another great project. And then we are actively working on an application to TDEC for a matching grant program that'll help us with our stormwater projects. So one of the things that we're looking to fund is a comprehensive or a master plan for all of our drainage citywide, and then also to identify priority projects all around the city that we hope to be able to fund in the near future.
We'll be right back after these commercials.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Alderman Robin Dunn gave a report at the Mayor's Quarterly Planning and Coordinating Committee meeting.
I'm Robin Dunn. I'm serving as alderman, have been for a while, since 2017. So I don't know how y'all weren't backflipping when you heard Miss Moody say some of the things that she said. There are some amazing things happening in Tullahoma. We've got I'm just going to reiterate a couple of them. The daycare center that we were able to receive a grant for, that just didn't come out of the air. That $750,000 came because Jennifer applied and helped these folks through it. So I want to thank her for her leadership on that. The economic implications on that is going to be huge. I know several parents who are single income families, because it's really hard to find someone to watch your kids. So that's going to be a big help for us. Also, the Anderson Street, that beautification, Tullahoma is not going to look the same in about 5 years. And that's just the truth. It's going to be beautiful. And I really want to thank Brian Skelton for the lighting situation downtown. I know we've both been looking forward to that a lot. And then Cedar Lane, y'all, have we not needed bike lanes and sidewalks for the children who are walking, for the adults who are walking along Cedar Lane? And I'm definitely excited to see the plan that Mr. Sandlin was talking about help us with our connectedness in Tullahoma. It's amazing to me to think that one of our most beautiful parks in Tullahoma is probably a stone's throw away from some of our most impoverished areas, but it's separated by a major highway, a 4-lane highway. How do the children of Dossett Apartments get to the Wagner Street Park? It's almost impossible. So we do have a long way to go, but we're making great strides, and I want to just thank the folks of Tullahoma for making it easier on all of us, for all of us working together. I also just want to say a couple of things about some things that I've noticed from this summer. We've had some very interesting things happen in Tullahoma, and I think it is important to address it. I think there has been times where people have used fear in Tullahoma as a tool. And I think that is incredibly inappropriate. And I just want to make a commitment to the people in this room and to the people who are watching at home that I am going to do my very best to exhibit hope, faith, and love as your leader, because I think those things are far more powerful. And that's all. But thank you.
The DEA National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day will be held this Saturday, October 29th, 2022, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The collection site in Coffee County is the Tullahoma Walmart at 2111 North Jackson Street. Too often, unused prescription drugs find their way into the wrong hands. That's dangerous and often tragic. That's why it was great to see thousands of folks from across the country clean out their medicine cabinets and turn in safely and anonymously a record amount of prescription drugs. The drug overdose epidemic in the United States is a clear and present public health, public safety, and national security threat. The DEA's National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day reflects the DEA's commitment to America's safety and health, encouraging the public to remove unneeded medications from their homes as a measure of preventing medication misuse and opioid addiction from ever starting. The DEA is committed to making our community safer and healthier, and we can help do this by reducing overdoses and overdose deaths. While the community does its part to turn in unneeded medications and remove them from potential harm, we're doing our part to further reduce drug-related violence. For more information, you can visit dea.gov/takebackday. And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family. Caring. Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest. Engaging. With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is, it's safer than going for a run. Give it a shot. Find a free appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1963 at 85 degrees. Record low was in 1961 at 24 degrees. The average high for this day is 67 and the average low is 43. Partly cloudy for tonight with a low of 46. Sunny skies for Friday with a high of 71 and a low of 47, and a 40% chance of rain for Saturday on a high of 67 and a low of 53. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe. Have a great evening.